God. And we're back. Welcome everybody to episode 9.5 podcast. Because last episode was 8, and then we decided it was 8.5. So 9.5. I would like to start by saying this is our first episode without John McGovern. Tears. He is in Miami, Florida, with other friends, but we have, so the besties, if we're going to do like the all-in thing, the besties are like me, Preston, John Mark, and John, but we have our alternates, and that alternate today is our friend Taylor Vieger.
Yes, hello. I just want to say I love being alternate number 1.
Alternate number, well, yes, you were number
or
1.
1.8.
You are.
I don't know, whatever.
You're our number 1 alternate. But
can I be the captain of the B team?
Sure. It's not like B or 1 or 2 or 3. It's just like you have to give obscure things like Team Dandelion, Team Fruitcake. Not like, I don't know why I thought that. Team Walrus. Anyway, this is off to a great start.
Welcome to Audacious Playground. Life is a playground God has given us. It's meant for building, creating, risking, failing, learning, and becoming. Here, we tell the stories of people who are living audaciously, so you feel the permission to play too. Come play with us on this audacious playground.
So
we miss you, John.
I'm Preston Seibert.
I'm Taylor Vieger.
John Mark Buckner.
And our guest today,
Rafael Rodrigues.
Rafael Rodrigues.
To roll the R's a little bit. Typically doesn't happen.
Rafael Rodrigues.
Rafael
Rodrigues. Okay, so let's start out with a little around the horn. What has happened this last week? I'll go first. Last week we didn't podcast last week because I was in Nashville.
How'd it go?
Nashville was awesome. So met with multiple record labels, and the feedback for Equilibria is great. And like I said on the last podcast, we're in a hard launch soon. Great feedback. Great. They got the gist of what we're doing, and it's super fun like I've said many times, I never thought I'd be making software. I was
2026, baby.
2026. It's the year of software, the year of building things on the internet.
And for those who have no idea what Equilibria, it is a what, and why are you talking with music people?
Yeah, it is a song system / label coordinator. So it helps bring your artists and writers songs that they write. Without deeply explaining it, submitting songs, and then our agent that we've built helps publish and populate the pipeline, and then can communicate with anybody who's collaborating with the song or record labels or publishing companies, and it can bring the song to its full life cycle, all the way to when you send it to a DSP like Spotify or Apple or whatever. And so great reception, love it. And praise report, I was only going to be there for 30 hours, and then I got an email from Southwest, I'll get back to this. Got an email from Southwest, and it said, "Hey, would you like to change your flight for $400? And I said, yes, I would. Well, I texted Caroline, and I said, can I do this?
Take care of 5 kids
because
for
I had
12 hours.
She's like, I was already planning on you being gone all day Thursday anyway, because I was going to get into town, and I had a meeting, and then we had our dinner that night on Thursday. So my only thing was I had to be back in time for the dinner. So I got a voucher. And Southwest, if you're listening, I don't like the new seating thing. I like pick your own seat. And
you need Diet Dr. Pepper too.
I don't drink sodas anymore.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I've heard that Diet Dr. Pepper is the most fizzy drink that you can pour at altitude, and it is just a pain to serve.
Is that why? Same.
Yeah, I've heard this. Like Diet Coke, Diet Dr. Pepper are like
But
pain.
Southwest specifically doesn't have Dr. Pepper products. I'm sure it's a sponsorship element.
Which is funny because, Southwest is located in Dallas, and so is Frito-Lay.
Yeah.
And you'd think that
That'd be a good
Maybe
combo.
your Texans what they want. When they
Yeah.
fly from Dallas to Austin,
I wanna
Give them
pick my own
Fritos
seat.
and Dr. Pepper.
I'm from the South. I want to pick what I want. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
I want what I want.
I want Dr. Pepper.
I want sparkling water. Actually, liquid death.
Oh my gosh, on a plane would be so funny. I want a tall boy of liquid death.
A tall boy liquid death. The billionaire one, the one that you got John at one time, the T.
Oh, yes,
Oh
yes,
my
yes.
gosh. Their Arnold Palmer.
They have like
it's
Arnold
like-
Palmer. It's all like called Rotting Billionaire or
Yeah,
something.
oh my
No wonder,
God.
like,
It's like 4 grams of sugar. That's my drink wreck of the week. So that's me. And that was my week. Oh yeah, go ahead.
Oh, I was going to say, speaking of Arnold Palmer,
Oh, yes. Speaking of Arnold Palmer,
oh yeah.
which we got a golf man in here. So
I can be referred to as Arnold Palmer, but
okay, get close to the mic.
closer to the mic.
Yeah. All right. So Ralph, tell us about your last week. Something fun.
A lot of golf.
Yes.
Man, I'm sore.
End of story. That's great.
It's great. Yeah, everybody's dream. Had a close buddy.
Yeah, where did you play?
Where'd you play? Who's
Where'd I
the close
play?
buddy? Yeah.
Close buddy. His name is RJ. Close to Ramiro Jr. Grew up here together, and he just came to visit. He grew up here in Waco and lives in Sugarland. So when he comes to town, it's kind of like a marathon. We just golf as much as we can without the wives killing us.
Where did you golf? Where'd you go?
So Friday morning we golfed at Marlin Country Club. It's a really, really sweet hidden gem. It's a 9-hole course, but you get to play it twice. It's been raining, so they didn't let any carts, and we walked. That was the first time I walked. Extremely hard to walk and play.
I walked.
Time I walked.
Yeah, and the ground's wet too, man. It was
Oh,
like, oh man. End of the day, we went and played Sunset 9. Snuck it in at Bay Ridge. That was awesome. Played really well that day. It's sad too. Like I walked, didn't play good. Hurt myself. Played well at night. Next day, same thing. We played 18 at Marlin, but we got to ride carts, so that was great. At night, played 18 on the simulators at my golf club near downtown Waco. And this one was a really cool event. We had 12 teams of two-man teams. It was a scramble night, and it was 3 teams per bay. We have 4 simulator bays in our facility. And the winning duo got tickets to go watch CJ Byron Nelson the next day. So we played the same course the pros were playing. We're watching it on TV that same morning that they played. Oh man, that's the hole we're on right now. And then 2 guys the next day, they got to go with tickets, and they're like, "Man, this is awesome."
Wow,
So
way to go.
that was a highlight of my week.
That's cool.
I did yesterday play for Memorial Day or not yesterday, 2 days ago. My days are so lost right now. Fields Ranch, best golf course I've ever played on so far.
Where at?
It's in Frisco.
Okay.
It's PGA of America just put their headquarters there.
Yeah, I heard about this.
It's like Universal Studios, Disney World for golfers. It's like
Oh yes.
the resort. It's crazy.
Is that where you got the
have
hat?
to go. Got this hat, the shirt. I got towels now, flags.
You're all.
It's like you're at Disney World, man. I had to go to the souvenir store. Highly recommend the experience.
cool.
I don't know if there's better golf in Texas than that one.
Wow.
See.
Love it. Okay.
Love it.
That's my week.
We will hear more of it. Well, I was thinking about prize stuff before we go to John Mark, but by the time this comes out, we will have gotten our winner of the Joe Daly Goods leather. So it's right here. That's the name.
Come on.
Congratulations.
you did it.
You did it.
You're the winner.
Anyway, so how about you, John Mark?
Thanks. Yeah, so you came home from Nashville to
Back on
help me
Thursday.
host a barbecue dinner for the Texas Space Commission and the head of the Appropriations Committee for the state of Texas. So thank you. All that to say, I hosted the U.S. Space Force last Thursday. So we brought in General Purdy and his team, about 40 different procurement officers, Texas Space Commission, NASA, SpaceWorks, and then about 175 of the top venture capital and founders for aerospace in the country.
And people from Australia.
And people of Australia.
Yeah.
But
Guys,
Australia came to town.
pretty legit.
That's
Like, pretty
awesome.
awesome.
so we've been planning this for 6 months or so. And last week was all consuming, like last little preparations. And then we did a the event was all day Thursday. We did a welcoming event at Red Herring Wednesday night, and then Thursday it was basically 7:45 a.m. till 8:30 p.m. just talking, learning. We brought in Gwynne Shotwell, COO of SpaceX, to speak. A couple other founders.
CEO.
See, I said CEO, and then you look up COO. Regardless,
she's a C-suite at SpaceX.
Yeah, she was one of Elon's early hires, and we've only heard great feedback. So it was an incredible event. Baylor hosted it at the Welcome Center. Texas Space Commission helped us facilitate the day, greeting people as walked on stage. And the secret sauce in the day is like, how much food can you just feed these people? Because if you've ever been to a conference, all you really want to do is sit in the back of the room and eat food. And we knew this. So we just made sure that there was like guacamole and chips at all times in the back. And I think it was a raging success because of that. So
it's like guac and chips and then space information.
Was it hosted at the restaurant or up in the ballroom area?
We did it at the Baylor Welcome Center.
Oh, okay.
I don't even been in there, but they have a big ballroom that could seat like 500 people. But we did like 200 chairs at the front, and then round tables in the middle, and then high tops in the back, and just let people spread out. And so the idea is, how can we make America stronger? And so we focus
guacamole.
on what?
Guacamole.
Yeah,
fucking chips
from Mexico. So a lot of layers to that.
You know what I mean? A
lot of layers to that, like 7-layer dip. Get it?
But the idea is, how can we bring? At a lot of conferences, that feel like you say, we're here to talk about Space Force, and then all you get is aerospace people. And we're very careful in curating the room. It's invite only. So we're bringing in founders, people starting companies. We're bringing in capital, people investing. We're bringing in the government, and then academia. And so we try to split the room 25%, for each quadrant, so that the conversations are more dynamic and questions are different than just the same people at yet another space event. And we keep it small. We have mics running around. So you have a question, raise your hand. We run a mic out to you. It's Chatham House rules. So everything's off the record. Nothing's recorded. And if you have an opinion, say it, and it's not going to be held against you. So if you work for L3 Harris, but you want to say something a little more dicey than you usually do, we're all for that, because we want to actually solve genuine problems that are making America stronger, and not just, let's have another work trip that we force people to leave their families so that you can make your business better.
Did anybody share their opinion about flat Earth?
Flat Earth, no. Flat Earth and space, very different.
Okay, real quick. Do you know what the number one space food is?
Guacamole.
Tortillas.
I was gonna say something definitely got caught on some Meta glasses.
What'd you say?
He said at the conference, something definitely got caught on Meta glasses.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Not sponsored.
Probably.
Not a sponsor.
You're probably right. I would believe the tortillas.
Yeah, you got to wrap stuff up. So
Yeah, they didn't blow away.
Mm-hmm.
The top food is like squeezing stuff out of bags. So great event. We finished the day with a barbecue dinner at my house. Preston and John came and helped host. We had the head of the Texas Space Commission, some Texas reps, head VCs, L3 Harris, couple primes.
People building the largest data centers in the U.S.
Yep. All present in the room. And we just talked, how you doing? And you know how you make the event work?
Barbecue.
I didn't know Preston could cook. That's
No, you
wild.
don't have to make it work. No,
Our friends at Hellberg's, again,
Yeah.
not a sponsor.
Oh, okay.
but that's the secret sauce. You get people in the room, and then you just feed them barbecue,
It's true.
and you just talk. So
Yeah, I
That's
mean, I talked with a guy from Vermont who's a propulsion technologist, and it was just fun. I told John Mark, I was like, when I was driving out to his house, I was talking with ChatGPT. I'm like, what questions do I ask people like this? That isn't the question. So what do you do? And it actually offered such great suggestions, and I used some of them, and it created such great conversation.
Love it.
But just asking, like, what are you excited? What do you look forward to in the future about space and propulsion, and what concerns you? What and all this stuff. And it was such great conversation. I didn't know that we needed to build, or that we're going to have robots building space trash compactors while in space, because I didn't know that there is a trash problem in space.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, I literally said, "Isn't there enough space?"
Seems nice. You assume so.
But yeah, apparently there's a lot of trash, and there's thousands of satellites that are going up there.
Yeah.
And so propulsion technology.
There you go.
There you have
Really
it.
interesting. So great week. If you've been listening to podcasts, we've mentioned this event a while, and it happened. So on to the next thing. She'll have some great concepts to start getting excited about next.
Yes.
Taylor.
Sweet. I saw The Mandalorian and Grogu.
Yeah.
Okay.
In
In IRL.
IRL. That's as spacey as I am going to get.
What do you get it?
I'd give it a 6.5.
Mm.
Great fan service, lots of fun references to old school Star Wars, but a little kiddie. But I watch everything. Are you into
I made it
Star
through like
Wars?
2 seasons of Mandalorian.
Yeah,
And then I had another child.
I understand. But yeah, and then went out to the ranch in Hico, and just me and Ryder.
Whatever.
And he's really into rally car racing. My son's 13, and F1. So we drove the Can-Ams around and pretended like we were racers.
Oh, I love it.
And then
That's
he
so fun.
used ChatGPT to create some kind of workflow to get him to become an F1 racer, what that would look like.
I
That's
love
awesome.
And it's pretty intense.
I believe it.
Pretty intense. And there's only 22 spots.
Yeah, and then they have alternates.
Yeah.
But yeah,
it. So what is he working on now? What's
neck strength.
the carts, like go-karts. I think that's where most people start at
Preston,
that
what's your
age.
shirt? It says I worked the
I worked the Denver Grand Prix of Denver, which I didn't, but I got it from the state sale. But shout out Denver Grand Prix.
So whoever died in that shirt did go to the Denver Grand Prix.
Yeah, he actually was a Porsche driver,
Nice.
and he worked for the Southern California racing committee or whatever. I bought a lot of the stuff from the state sale. Anyway, but Ryder, which his name's Ryder.
I know. I don't know do you believe you can live into your namesake, live up to your
I don't know what
namesake?
Preston is, but yeah.
Brown's guy on the golf course.
Yeah,
Blades.
Blades Brown.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. My son's name is Ryder.
Named like Tasty. It's just like someone's made to be fast in the NFL. Like surely that is Tasty.
That's true.
So if there's anyone who's made to race cars, it's probably someone who is literally Ryder.
Yeah.
Ryder, for sure.
Yeah. Okay, so you heard it here.
Ryder Beager.
Give it about 10 years.
Who knows Tiger Woods' his real name?
Isn't it Elton? Like his dad's name?
I don't know.
That's what we brought you here for.
That's what I
Yeah.
No, I really don't know. I saw this come up and then I didn't dig deep yet.
Yeah, here you put we're about to go to you, Rolf. So you gotta have it up here.
The trick is you kind of have to pretend like you're eating it and be comfortable eating it.
So, Rolf, I'm glad you're here, man.
Me too. Thank you for having me.
So, Rolf, why don't you start? So typically we start where did you go to university, because we haven't had an international person. But where were you born, and how and when and why did you come to Waco?
I was born in Brazil. Moving to Waco was because of my father.
Check your mic real quick. Did you touch the button? Just gonna check. No, the one that turns it from green to red.
Pause.
Yeah. Am I on?
Okay,
Yep,
I can
see the mic talking down there.
Sorry, I'm just to make sure as he gets talking about the origin story of Roth.
Waco. Go.
Waco. So my father is a mechanical electrical engineer who patented railroad switches. He owns a company right outside of Waco called Advanced Rail System. Changed the name a few times.
Wait, you said he patented
He created a whole hydraulic electrical railroad switch machine.
Dang.
And then that's what brought us here. There's a catalog of products since then that he's created as well and patent. Pretty brilliant guy that raised me and brought us to Waco. He was working on these projects in Brazil and a company out here, and it was at Marlin at the time. Found him and said, "Hey, I want to buy this project and bring your family to the U.S." And he left everything behind, and we moved. I think I was 5th grade at the time.
Wow. So you remember it? You remember the whole? Gosh.
I remember when it was becoming real. My dad in Brazil, we barely knew English. No, we took English class kind of like Spanish classes taken here. And then for like the last year, every day we had somebody at home teaching us English at the end of the day, just to get us as caught up as possible. It was insane.
And so, but other than your teacher, how did you learn?
YouTube.
That's a leading question.
The truth is Call of Duty.
Ah, yes.
I had to communicate where the guys were inside this map, man. We had to live. It was warfare.
It was
B flag, B flag.
Yeah, it's easier to learn English when it's a life and death scenario.
You have to figure it out.
I love
man.
it.
So I actually played competitively Call of Duty in middle school.
That's so funny.
Made some money playing the game.
No way.
I love
There
it.
was a thing called Game Battles that eventually got bought on by MLG, and MLG discontinued it, and they got their own esports thing going now. But I got into high school and then started doing sports. The video games just fell off.
And where did you go to high
Sad.
school?
Midway.
You just Midway. Yeah.
It was a great time. Midway was great. Shout out Panthers. In 2015.
You.
Yes.
You been there as well?
No, I just love that someone from Brazil is like,
Midway.
"Go Panthers."
Panthers.
This is
It's awesome.
And it wasn't your pet like in Brazil.
Well, right. I think by the time I graduated, I was half of the time in each country, and I was like, oh, okay. Then eventually, now it's like I've been here longer. When I go back there, my own family's like, "You're not from here."
How does that make you feel?
It's fair. It's fair. I know I have like an accent there. I have sometimes an accent here. It's like I'm just a moving guy. Just a citizen everywhere, I guess. I'm there and here.
You were splitting time. Like, how many months a year were you in the States versus how many months in Brazil?
I wasn't splitting time. Just in general, like the first part of my life at that time versus the second part of my life was in the U.S. at that time, graduating.
Yeah.
And then I went to school at UNT.
Hey.
Go Eagles.
Yeah, go Panthers. Go Mean Green is what you should be
Mean
saying.
Green.
Let's go Mean Green.
Will you say caca?
Oh,
If you went there, you would know.
it was a great time.
I did not go there, so I do not know.
It's a great school.
It is a great school.
Very, very good time there.
Wait, what did you go? What was your major?
Started out as an engineering major to go after my dad, and then when I encountered the Lord, I was more going towards business. I ended up with consumer experience management, and a minor in digital retail. And I was always fascinated with branding and websites and tech. So got a little minor in that.
Take me into that. What you said when you encountered the Lord. What was that? How did that happen? And what was your upbringing getting into that?
A lot of religion. The people around my life at that time were really pushing for law and works, and I was also just stuck in works myself, trying to get this engineering degree. Everything was going great until I got to differential equations, and those things did not make sense anymore. Those numbers, everything just started hurting, and I realized I didn't really love what I was doing, and I was doing this because I saw my dad become successful from it, and something he always preached was like, hey, if you want to be successful, go be an engineer, a lawyer, a doctor, and you'll be successful. So I was going towards that route. Junior year, I had to just die. I had to surrender to that and find the Lord. And it was mainly religion. Thinking I could do anything to earn, and realizing that he did everything for me. Living from an identity of a son saved me. Seeing his love on the cross and changed those. While I remember having a conversation with my dad, it's like, Dad, I don't want to do this. And he was like, well, if you don't want to do this and you're doing this because of this, like, find out what it is you want to do, and I'm supporting you. I don't care if you want to be the janitor, but as long as you want to be the best janitor in the building, then I know, like, you got the right heart going. So that was always his support. And he didn't take it well, though. In 2 days when I told him I dropped out of school, he's like, oh, what are we doing now? You just dropped out. You have another program? No, Dad, I fully dropped out of the school. It's done. He signed off everything.
What year were you at UNT? You dropped out?
Junior year, I had a 3.5 GPA.
No. Which semester? First or second semester?
Junior year, it was first semester.
Yeah.
So it was like during summer,
Yeah.
actually. It was like I had a whole summer, and then I was going to pick classes. And I said, "I'm not doing this next year. I'm not taking this class again. I'm dropping out." And in between the summer, I realized they talked a lot with me, and they're like, "No, you gotta keep going. You've already put so much in. We're gonna finish the school. Like, let's find something." And it was crazy how when I chose this next path, started meeting the Lord in these classes I was taking. It was, like, very relative to my time and my awakening to freedom in the Lord. There was a lesson I remember, it was my first class, my first assignment. We were going over the dangers of a single story. It was like a TED Talk, and it was just, like, the dangers of a story, particularly this time it was an African lady teaching this because there is a story that we've been sold in America that in Africa, it's just always this desolate place, but they're always thirsty. There is no civilization, there is no buildings, but in the fact there is actually, like, good neighborhoods, good cities, and we're focusing on sending money over there when there's people there that could be doing those things just like we have areas here that we're not focusing on because of there is a business in the market, and the dangers of that single story. So and the dangers of the single story I was living was of just the bad religion, that caused us, children of God, to become enslaved by works. So it was just like, wow. Okay, so now I was just a passion grew for college that I didn't have to go deep in, like, where are you in this class and this next class, and continuously seeing him and assignments was just fun to finish. Was building a business at the time too. Met a guy at church called Upper Room up in Dallas.
Shout out.
Shout out
Shout out.
Upper Room. My God.
Some of the best worship
Oh yeah, some of the
ever.
best.
I got born again in that environment at Upper Room. Just getting lost into worship moments, disappearing into third realms, or you just don't know where you've been. And
Yeah,
this guy at church was like, "Man, I think you're supposed to run this business I have, and would you like to do it?"
I love it.
So wait, he just said you should run my business. Was he selling you his business, or like you need to run it for me?
Run it, like, operate it. I was going to school, but I had given up everything and then started going back to things like digital retail and consumer experience management. My dad ended up getting me a meeting with his business, and they gave me an internship to build him a new website, which was great. It was really cool. Things just started happening out of nowhere where I like left a bunch of people I was with and said I'm just gotta go be on my own and leave all these things behind and believe that the Lord was just going to make things happen. And I remember signing a lease for an apartment, and I had enough money saved up for just one more month and thinking like, "All right, Lord, this is where you're calling me. This is your apartment. You're gonna make things happen." Then within 3 days, I locked the internship with my dad's business that secured the whole rent covered for that. And then within 3 days, this person at Upper Room said, "Man, I want you to run my business, and I'm gonna give you X salary for it. It's just starting phase. I don't know if it's gonna go anywhere. Would you like to do it?" So then I was already making, like, medium household income in college, going to school, out of nowhere. It was crazy. So then me and this guy in the business. Mhm.
Yeah.
At the time, it was called Dallas Sod Company. He had just moved to Dallas 2 years ago, got himself playing a room and sold Atlanta Sod Company.
I
Sold
see.
it.
He
It
just
was
had like
like
regional sod
2.5
companies. Yeah.
million, and he moved to Dallas and was like, "I'm starting this other thing." His non-compete was only in Georgia. Um, he was just doing it. He mainly was focusing on doing trading at the time, and he started the business just something he knew how to do. He was like, "Let me just start it." Wasn't focusing on it. When he met me, he said he just saw something in me that he thought he saw the skills and knew what I was talking about, I was doing for my dad, and for a month, he had me help him around his house. They were going through a remodeling phase, and I was there almost every day just doing things. He'd pay me $30, $50 an hour randomly, and this guy was very, very wealthy, and I was like, "Man, I'm learning so much." you're paying me so well. You want me to jump? How high? We're gonna go." It was things like, "Hey, take this to the UPS. Hey,
Bro,
move that box
this is really
from
funny. Like
hey,
this is like
you
my
see," he's
story
like
with John.
like, "Rolf, you see that ball right there? I need you to move it just 1 inch. It's bothering me." It was just like just things like I'm that man's hands.
Yeah.
And eventually, like, and I knew he had this business. I knew nothing about it. Eventually, he's like, "Do you wanna run it?" It's like, "Let's go. Whatever." So the business, when I started, it had done 60,000 in sales the year before, and then when I took over in first year, we did 500,000. It was just me and the website, taking calls, running it. Year 2 did 2.5 million, just me still, and it was just basically because of technology and the systems that we built together in that time and visions from the Lord. And then year 3 was just crazy. At the end of year 2, we were like, "Alright, we're gonna push heavy next year in marketing. Like, we're gonna double our spend." So I built a team over the winter, and then we pushed. That 3rd year, the business did 10 million. We sold it to a private equity company in Houston, and our goal was to sell when it got to 5. When we're in middle of quarter 2 and it's already at 5, we're like, "Go to the market. Go to the market," 'cause we're gonna hit 10 this year at this point because we know the second half of the sod business was like what we were seeing was, like, the busiest time. People actually did not wanna plant it in the spring. They're planting it in the winter when it's gonna go dormant. They didn't have to go through the heat of spring and summer to keep it growing. So it was really, it's really cool experience, and it was something the Lord spoke to me early on with him, like, "Hey, we're gonna sell this thing." Me and my wife, when we met early on when I was building it, this was always a plan, like, just all things the Lord was first showing us was gonna happen. So it's just it was really cool, like, going through it. There's things I have to go through with private equity guys when they took over for another year. Just all growth. It was very, very humbling to just experience that, be a steward of what the Lord wanted to do. I don't take any credit other than just showing up, praying, and seeing him move. Still to this day on golf and Swing Golf Club.
Yep.
Great question.
I was gonna ask a question. I was like, actually, I'm gonna ask this later. So Taylor,
I'm curious on my end. People who sell companies, like lessons learned in that. What was the
Yes.
process of selling?
Have a good, legal team.
Yes.
How long did the process start from?
This process for us took about 5 months. I think we started conversations around this time, June, and then the deal actually got pushed back at the time because it was an election year. That's what they kept saying. It was, like, right at an election, like, we were about to find out who the president was months, and then
And
we closed a
that would have
month
affected
after.
grass.
Yeah, apparently it was, like, if, the person that didn't win won, like, apparently people were not gonna be buying,
I mean, that's
and
the truth. You hear this in election years. People want certainty in the markets.
Sure,
so
but sod.
it was like, "This guy
It's not very
won, we're
sought
drawing
after.
up the papers." It was crazy. And I was like, "Alright, let's go." The deal went
Pull a fist bump
through.
under the couch for
Well,
those
I
listening.
said sod. It's not very sought after, and it was a joke. It was a dad joke.
Yeah, I
We
spent
had a
so much
joke.
money on sod like 2 weeks ago. So respect. Good business.
Who'd you hire?
Phoenix Landscapes.
Ugh.
Alright,
No,
guys.
Phoenix. No, they're great. Love Phoenix.
Sure they did a good
Shout out
job.
John.
It's great. It's all green. I coach T-ball with John Rama, so it's a good combo.
It's grass. It's green. Works
Yeah,
great.
it was I just I plug my lawyer, Robert White. Man, if it wasn't for him, I don't know, because there's just a lot of opportunity, where buyer and seller. Buyer wants to put himself in a good position, and the seller has to be protected, so that was it. A lot of things that you hear about private equity, in my case, kinda came out to play out in the what you hear, so.
So you sell this company. We're sitting in Waco right now. How'd you get back to Waco and golf?
Yeah.
Well, I sold my business. They still wanted to keep me around for a year, and at the time, I was living in Dallas, and we had just had our firstborn, and me and my wife didn't have anyone we could trust at the time just to go out on a date and things like that, so We prayed a lot with business being work from home. I had a lot of business that popped off in Jacksonville. I wanted to go to Florida and settle in Jacksonville, but the Lord just said, "Go to Antioch, go to Antioch, go to Waco," and move to Waco. So
Great. How
we
did you
did
know? How
that.
did you know about Antioch?
The Lord, everything.
Oh yeah.
It's
No, you're literally
crazy
like,
because I grew up here and I
yeah.
didn't know it. And as we're moving back, we're just trying to see. We're open. Like, where do you want us to go? Do we have freedom to choose where we're going? And then we're finding out this is where you wanted us to be, regardless. It's funny. We come here and world mandates going on.
Mhm.
So we sign up to go to it, and we get there, we sit, and just the
Oh man.
message. It was awesome.
Was that the year Miller did it?
No,
No.
that was like the second time
Okay.
that he did it.
Yeah.
Then I'm like, "Wait, it's just so connected. It's just thank you, Lord."
Yeah.
But the first time we get there, we just sit, and this is where we sit every time now. If you get there and you wanna know where we're sitting, it's at these spots. We're talking and we get provoked. We both look at each other and we look up, and it's like the Brazil flag and the American flag, and they're, like, right next to each other,
It's
and
cool.
I'm like, "Oh, alright." And
That's cool.
it was one of those moments where it was just an affirmation for us.
That's awesome.
It was just a good season where we'd go, and we knew when we went and the message that was being preached, it was just like, "Oh, man, this is what we were talking all week." And it's like that most always, and it's just been going there, but it was just since I started at my journey at Upper Room, I think 6 months after we'd been there, it just started popping up where Michael Miller came back, and I'm like, "Man, it's crazy how we didn't know the connection between the 2 bodies, and then it's just connected, and the Lord just kept us and
That's
bringing us
awesome.
to the same unity." It was refreshing for her. We didn't know where we were gonna go, and yeah,
Wow.
that's just how the Lord moves. You ask, and
We spent a lot of time on Audacious Playgrounds. See elephants,
Mammoth.
mammoth right here behind me. For those of you listening and can't see mammoth, mammoth is like an elephant but really
Bert.
long tusks. It's named Bert.
Yes.
Do you need to plug in your laptop?
I just was gonna say, I see I got 10% here.
Okay, go ahead and he'll plug you in. But Rafael, while he's
It shouldn't be like on this.
well, Preston is plugging in the laptop, and one thing is Audacious Playground is the story that Taylor, I mean, even talked with you a couple months back and other people, continuously find people just drawn by God to Waco. I think in the eyes of the world, it makes sense that people should move to Austin and Dallas and Frisco, these places of crazy economic upside, and
Yeah.
it just makes sense. Like, you want a higher paying job, you should go to Dallas. You want to be in oil and gas, you go to Houston. But over and over, God seems to be calling people
Yeah.
to Waco, and it is like, Jesus, why? And I think we can only see in part and know in part right now. But there's this opportunity in Waco, an Audacious Playground, to just try things.
Yeah.
So often you're the first idea. Like, if you have an idea, you probably might be the first, you might be the second person. Like
That's
golf
true.
simulator, I mean, they've been around for a while,
Mhm.
but somehow you
In
decide to open a golf simulator, and it's like
1 year. Yeah,
it's like
everybody.
the so like,
It's
what's that
Yeah. How did
playground
that
for you
start?
right now? What are you trying? What do you feel like God's calling you to build and work in?
well, I wanna you touched on something when you first start talking. It's, like, for me, I think the Lord brought me back here to prepare me to send me. Kinda like a place to cultivate, grow again, and send. I think I'm meant to plant a church. I think I see that as me being brought into Antioch as a place that sends, and I think I see that down the road for me. That's why I feel like I was brought back. Um, in the golf space, it's industry. I was in the shower and got a vision for this place, and it's just coming alive. And when I look at what I'm doing compared to other golf simulator places, it's just a different thing that the Lord is having me build. It's like a living organism versus just a spot where you go and hit balls because of the essence of a club that's now having a culture and events around it, the atmosphere. Um, if it was just a place of hey, go there, hit freely and leave. There's no energy, there's no purpose. I think it'd be the same.
So it sounds like you have a specific culture you're trying to bring or create.
Community driven
How are you practically doing that?
events.
Okay.
Through social content, I think is creating a standard of the place, painting a picture of it. It's bringing about the same demographic of people, not like ethnicity, white, but more like-minded group of people coming together and surrounding themselves around golf. Maybe it's all about golf-minded people, just coming there and playing. But it's a group of people that value the tradition of golf and are focused on improving as well. It's a culture where you're playing the simulators not just to casually play, but the group is more of improving to see long term um, joy of the game. Yeah.
And in your so the audacious things, so you move back to Waco and you're figuring out what you're doing. You have this idea, this vision from the Lord to start a golf sim company or a club, which is beautiful, by the way, which we'll go. And so with the audacious playground, it's having these big God dreams, big God ideas, but there's always things that begin to happen that push back and stuff. So and we talk a lot about construction and like building software and all this stuff. And like when we were talking with Cameron Philgreen a few weeks ago, just all the things that he had to learn about the building process in general and here in Waco. And so take us into that. Like you had this audacious dream to start like a premier high level golf sim company. Yeah. And what were the challenges that started to happen and how much time did it get pushed back?
Yeah, I wanted to open in August, and we ended up opening doors at the end of October. So I think it's like a 3-month delay, which I was pretty happy with that compared to what people were telling me, like, "Oh, you really think you're opening this year?" And I'm like, "Yeah, to hell with that, Satan. You were gonna open this year in Jesus' name." We're rebuking and declaring, man, and we're pushing people. We're not sleeping. Because there is so many things. That was one of the you got to hear a lot. Like one of the hardest things I've done to this day was open this golf club. Um, man, it's just I can remember construction guys are busting concrete and they're like, "Hey, we just found out this whole half of the building is floating. It's not even there's no dirt under the concrete. So we start
What?
stacking weight on here, this whole building collapses." So then you gotta work through with the landlord and we gotta figure out how like this is like, how we're gonna fix this building before we get it ready. So we gotta pass inspections. There's just like things that you fix things. The inspection guys are like, "Hey, we're gonna fail this." They didn't catch the inspection before and you're already
I
ready
hate
to
that.
open. It's just things like that. The landlord, it took 3 months for us to agree on the lease and move forward when I'm already sold on the spot. My heart is attached and if I have to go through another 3 months of finding a spot, then we're looking at next year. So
Mhm.
there's things that get you, and it's more about letting go and still push where you can. But
I have a question. You talked about one single story, which is so cool, right? And we talked about 7-layer dip. And I'm hearing so many stories, right? Like Rafael, the engineer, Rafael through college, from Brazil,
Sod man.
golf man, business person, entrepreneur, and hopefully we'll hear about AI later. But what are some patterns that you think are popping up? Like I love that you have multiple stories about you, but like what is sort of a through line, do you think, about you? Team.
no, come on, I'm trying to see this.
There is.
Yeah.
I think this goes on to what I was talking to my wife the other day, and I was like, because there's always like a change that's going. It's like I was talking to her. I'm like, man, like, is golf gonna be like something I'm gonna find myself in 30 years and say I've like this was a career, or is my career like just building things and helping other people build things? And that's I'm a builder, not like an engineer, like my dad, but in the sense I'm a builder
Still
of
a builder.
businesses. I don't know if that's what you were trying to
Sure.
poke at, or
I love that. Have you heard this idea that you were, I think Jimmy talked about this one time, how you have kind of like a lineage through line. Like my dad's an artist, right? And not fully successfully professionally, but maybe I'm living out some of that in my life.
Oh, totally.
And maybe my son will live out that, but it'll come to a full fruition
At some point.
at some point. Yeah, at some point in the legacy. So
I haven't heard him talk, but I mean,
I haven't heard
the
this one.
legacy thing, 100%.
yeah,
Because I mean, we talked about this with my dad on that podcast. Because I'm sorry, it's not about me right now, but the things that he was doing in media and with connecting with those people in the music realm and in digital media and stuff like that, I never thought that I was going to do that, and I'm stepping into that now
yeah.
too, and getting kind of like the step up from where he started, because he started it all, and so
Like Raphael's a builder
Yeah.
in such a major
it's-
way.
I mean, you
know?
had to know something. Like you're doing all this construction and all this stuff, and it's like there is a part in your DNA that is the engineer. That's like you have to know some of this
I
stuff.
think it's how my dad raised me. I think it's just conversating with my dad and like
Mm.
getting the download of his brain and processes. You know, I was the guy with the screwdriver when we're fixing a light bulb. I mean, I don't know if you need a screwdriver for a light bulb, but my dad was an
Never mind,
engineer,
he's
man.
not a-
When we
he's not a
fixed the
builder.
light when we fixed the light bulb, I'm telling you, we took that thing apart.
Yeah.
It was crazy. So I think it comes just being the shadow disciple by your dad,
Hmm.
and I think that he's also had a business degree, and I remember watching him go through marketing homeworks that he was doing when I was like 6 years old, 7 years old. Watch him do that. He went and got his master's, and I remember um, when I finished my school and I sold my business, like, "Oh, I'm gonna look at some master's degrees 'cause it's something I want to do, and have a heart to go get a doctor's degree and one up on him. Shout out, Dad. But you never know, like, when it's gonna happen if it is, and it's just I wanna move with the Lord, and like, I went to jury duty, last week too. I put that out of the first link, and I was, like, thinking in there, like, "Man, being a lawyer looks cool, like, this is a cool presentation." I'm just so free and open that I'm like,
Yeah.
"This is a cool" watching how they operate in a court setting I've
I
never
love jury
been.
duty.
Do you really?
Oh, dude, it's the best.
You love
Hey,
the
the case-
show jury duty, or
The show jury duty is awesome.
it's amazing.
But no, I've like whenever, because Carolyn's been
Did you
asked,
do
like,
jury duty? You just
well, I haven't gotten selected. I think because that was my degree.
you're
was-
too
was
talkative.
legal.
When they like,
Was it really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
And so Carolyn's been asked like multiple times, and I've only been asked once. And I'm like, why do you get asked? Like, I want to go so bad.
I
I
don't
do
get
not
asked
wanna
again.
go.
because if you want to be
Please,
actually
no.
selected, the trick is you have to like
You
be
have to-
silent. You can't have any opinions.
I know
Yeah.
how it
Unlike
works.
yourself.
I have to I have a not legal degree.
You cannot have opinions.
I have
Yeah.
opinions. I know how it all works. 'Cause
Yeah,
that's the
so
thing.
you will
Anyway,
not serve.
but yes,
It was just
Jury
it was
duty.
cool, like, sitting there watching, I don't know, I'm just free, just the Lord can tell me tomorrow, "Hey, I'm setting you now and sending you to Dubai, and you're gonna go preach. Alright, let's go."
yeah.
Do you guys find you've interviewed a lot of people? I feel like that's
8 to
what
be exact.
a lot of 8 people. That's what like being audacious really is, right? I mean, being open. There's like a level of freedom to just saying yes.
Well, that's what I've loved about getting to know Raf. Like, it all started like us in like the golf cart, and just like hearing your story, and you really are open. You're like, I'm here, and I love like, can I meet with your uncle? Like, would love to talk about Brazil. Like, I want to go plant in Brazil. I was like, let's figure it out. Let's do that. Which we still need to do that more. But
Yeah.
you really
It's-
are open. You're not just saying that. It's like if you and your wife heard from the Lord tomorrow morning, hey, you need to shut down Swing Waco, you would do it.
100%.
100%.
Great name, by the way.
It is Swing Waco.
Yeah.
Washington, 14th and Washington. 12?
1530.
1530.
Yeah, I think on the
Yeah.
following the Lord and success in business is there's a lot of podcasts out there and people talking about like, I'm an expert in this, therefore you should do business this way because I'm the expert. And when you get into business, it's probably your story. My story is I have no clue what I'm doing. Absolutely no idea.
That makes me so happy.
And what I have found is that I am curious and my community is supportive. So every time I ask a question of, oh, there's like a hole under this floor and the building's gonna crack, what should we do? And then someone said, well, we should probably, support it this way. And then you hit your next roadblock and you say, what should I do now? And then
It's just problems that you got to figure out the solution, and it looks so scary sometimes, and
Yeah.
you're just like, all right, well, I'm with the Lord. It's gonna be okay in the end. Let's take a deep breath and find out the solution.
Yeah. So someone could walk into Swing Waco and they'd say, this is so pretty. How in the world did you put this together? And the reality is, you just little by little, one day at a time, following the Lord one step at a time, believing that He has made a place for us to try things. Like we're gonna we just go out there and try it.
Go,
follow
John
Jesus, ask for help.
Go.
That's it.
Go, Rafa.
I'm saying like keep going. And that's the playground. We say it every time, but it's hey, go try the spinning wheel of death.
And that's why we started this podcast is we want people to listen to this to say, come try that in Waco. There's people trying things here in Waco, and sometimes it hits, sometimes it doesn't. But we just come try,
absolutely
sit in the presence of God and say, God, what are you doing? And how can we obey you? And how can we get around and say, that failed, let's try it this way, or that was succeed, let's celebrate that together, and let's give back to our community.
Yes.
That dovetails so well too, like something you said earlier about people being called to Waco but not sure why. I wonder if they're being called to Waco and they know why, but it's just getting out of your own way and trying that thing. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
I like the word that you guys keep saying, try.
Yeah.
Try. I'm just like, it's just like a deafness to that word, try.
Yeah.
Because I remember like I've tried some things, but not really tried. And it's like, you got to go all in and try and give yourself to whatever it is you're going to do. And
it's probably a really good Yoda quote.
I was just going to say
it. Say it, please.
Try. And it's just
sorry, go ahead.
There is no try, only do or do not.
Yeah, so try is a really great word.
Wow.
But more,
Thanks, guys.
It's kind of binary when it's like do or do not. It's a little hard, but I do think there's a playground isn't just play or don't play. It's like, just try it out. I think there's an invitation.
I saw a diagram flow real quick.
Go.
Or flow.
Okay, so Taylor's making hand signals for those listening. His fingers are moving a lot.
Flow chart.
Flow chart.
So it says take the risk. If it succeeds, success, happiness. If it doesn't, wisdom. But I just love that. I love how binary that is. But actually, it's not binary because they're both. You're getting a great result.
Yes.
Either way.
And maybe even tie that back into, Rafael, you were talking about in college of realizing it's not by works. Sometimes I think the intimidation level is like, I have to do X, Y, Z to have a relationship with God, or to be successful in business, I have to do this. I have to this metric. And I think it's just an invitation from God. He's saying, I want relationship with you.
Yes.
I want to be with you in the process. And success doesn't just mean hit this metric. It's actually it's the journey. It's about being in community. It's about journeying with people. And so I think that's what you're doing really well over at Swing Waco. It's creating this culture. It's not a show up here and practice. We're inviting you into a culture of improving yourself, getting to know others, of having fun, relaxing, meeting other people. It's so much larger than that.
Being accepted and then like being led to the Lord, whether they know it or not. It's what we're doing.
The thing I love about, or just to encourage you, that I love about Swing Waco is that you walk in, it's super peaceful. And the thing I love about like what we're doing and around Waco is that more people our age are doing more excellent things. But like Swing Waco, you go in and it's excellent. Like you've thought of everything. So if you're listening in Waco, you need to go check it out. Even like the It's the coolers like in the tables in front of you, like in the bays. And so like you open up the drawer and it's a cooler that like you like bring your own drinks in there, and then the scanning to get like Be Kind coffee, which is right next door, you just scan it and it takes you to the menu. Like you've thought of everything. It's whether that's like the engineer side or creative side with the Lord or whatever, or all together, it's very thoughtful and it's peaceful. It's quiet other than like the thwacking of a
shotgun sound.
Yeah. But it's extremely inviting. And I love it, dude. And
Yeah.
my kids always talk like, can we go back to Swing?
So we'll release this episode in a few weeks, but any events going on in 2-3 months time, any things coming up that people could participate in Swing Waco?
We have a really fun event coming up. We have two. One in August that's already been announced. That's our Swing Waco Cup. This event is where we take the energy from inside outside. This tournament is actually held at Bay Ridge Golf Course. It's my home course I play the most here in town. Championship, beautiful course. Anybody has played?
I haven't played it. No.
Amazing.
You should take me.
compared to anywhere else.
Bay Ridge?
Bay Ridge, yeah.
This guy
Oh, I
here.
think you said Bay Ridge.
No,
Bay Ridge. Like we
Ridge.
played this like last month.
Yes, I'm sorry. Yes, I played Bay Ridge a lot.
Okay.
So we'll be hosting a tournament there. It's a 2-player scramble from the gold tees, seniors, and ladies from the white tees. Puts together some pretty cool prizes. The winning duo will get not life, sorry.
They'll get
We'll
life.
life
Get
without
life.
parole.
Life and life to the full.
Oh, yes, Lord. I think you're saying life
I was
without
gonna say
parole.
life membership, but no, not this year, not yet.
Reese will just hand you cash money forever.
No, you'll get each 1 year free membership to the club. It's the pro plan, our most expensive plan. It's
That's
like
still great.
$1,000 each value.
Heck yeah.
Second place team gets to go where I just played this week, Fields Ranch, best course I've played.
Let's go.
And third place gets a 1-month membership each to play. There's prizes for long drive, closest to pin, and it's just gonna be a fun time. Lunch
that's
is
amazing.
included, and it's just everybody out there playing.
I'll be there. That sounds like fun. I'm really bad at golf, but I can
Same.
If you have
attempt
him
it.
on
I
your
like
team,
golf.
you'll be
Yeah.
up at the scoreboard.
We'll play together.
Yeah, on the
That's
someday.
cool.
scoreboard. I don't know,
I'm-
like in the top like 100.
Only 32 teams.
Okay, so
Yeah, it's definitely in the top 100.
yeah, definitely. Yes, I will make the top 100. Okay, as we're starting our descent, okay, I have on
I
here.
got one more event.
Sorry, one more.
One more
Go,
event.
go.
This one you're gonna be excited about.
Okay.
I'm in the works. It's gonna be announced probably within the next 3 days. I don't know if it's after it's been released.
This will be
but
after it's. Yeah.
It's a long drive night. So I'm bringing the best driver coach I know. He's coming
Yeah.
to town, and
I'll be for
this guy does not drive anything less than 320 where he wants to put it every time. So
Me.
we're gonna host a night
It's me,
where
guys.
everybody just show up with your driver. We're gonna work on driving for 2 hours, and he's gonna be in every bay looking at you. And at the very end, we'll do a long drive competition, and we got a special prize for the winner.
When
too.
it's
Guys,
the
if you've never watched a long drive competition on YouTube, it is like where they're just like, "Ah!" and they just, "Ah!"
Kyle Bircher
And it's just
and
like
super
Martin.
fun.
they just drink 3 Red Bulls, and then just for
Yeah.
like 20 minutes, they're just like these bros with muscles.
And they carry it like 450.
Huge guys. 400, yeah.
So, their swing speed is like 230
Yeah.
or ball speed.
I heard he's
230.
coming to the Swing Waco Cup.
Who is?
No, I'm just playing.
Oh, I was like, Kyle Bircher is? Hey, we should. He lives in Dallas.
He does.
Yeah, and Bryson. Get
A
Bryson.
lot of those guys live
Hey,
in
we
Dallas.
should try
We should
to
try
get him there.
I,
How about Audacious?
we can
Any of
figure
the-
out Bryson.
Any of the good guys or Bryson.
I know
or
some good
very
guys.
well-
He did-
welcome to
He
come.
did marketing stuff with.
I shot a lot of their catalog stuff.
That would be
so-
cool to have them come out.
Okay, we'll figure that out. Okay, what I have on the notes is as we descend, MenuTize.ai.
Yeah,
is this?
come on,
Hmm.
man. MenuTize
Is
is
this food related?
I love it.
I'm imagining like like one of those pasta bow tie noodles. .ai.
That's a great logo.
All right, so this
MenuTize.
There
goes
you go.
back
It
to the
helps you
side
out.
business.
Free
This
for me.
is the software that we created for the side business. The side business was basically the beta test of the monetization of service industry businesses. So, for an example, a typical process you probably went through to buy sod. You called a landscaper, they came over and gave you a quote. We turned that into an Amazon store. It was during COVID time where no chatting, no in person, 6 feet, all that good stuff. So we charged for if you felt comfortable measuring your yard, length by width, you could tell us the square footage, and we would. Very simple. We installed per pallet. Each pallet came with 450 square feet. You wanted 900, we give you 2. Here's a quote, price, go up and install. If you wanted somebody to go out there and measure, $150. We go out and measure, that 150 would be a credit on your job. Well, we simply created an e-commerce store for that, with the MenuTize software. Because we wanted to scale in 50 cities, we created a back-end portal where we could duplicate the domains, the websites, and it was all created as a service menu card in the homepage. This grass type, you got this grass type, just like a menu card. And then if you could select on 1, 2, 3. If you just made the selection on the number of pallets, you could select then delivery only or install. And it was just simple. We guided customers to that website via marketing, and once they landed on there, they had the website built trust. We're waking up with 7, 10, 12 pallet jobs ordered on our website, paid in full without talking to anybody, all across the nation, every day. So started fulfilling those jobs, and MenuTize was the heart. It was always Eric's heart, who had the vision for the software, was to revolutionize the service industry. If you call a plumber today, you'll pay him $150, $200 to come out and give you a quote. That quote will change between you and the next person depending on a thought, an idea, whatever, it changes. If they think they can get more money, or if it's not fully transparent system, depending on the business you call. I haven't needed plumbing yet, but that's how it was at the time. Now, it's almost with MenuTize, changing the way the service industry is done, where they're becoming transparent about their prices. You want a toilet installed, you should be able to know how much that costs right now and be able to purchase it. And we have many businesses that have been joining MenuTize and putting their services out there, where they're cutting that whole quoting process. They're not having the cheapest price, not the most expensive price, but they know what the market value is for certain services. Now they're making those services available via MenuTize to speed up that process. And customers are ready to buy. We're ready to spend money on our phones late at night. Sometimes we regret the next morning. We still keep our purchases. Sometimes not. Sometimes there was the times that you have to sit and buy. I mean, it was crazy the amount of purchases that happened between 8 and 1 in the morning.
How many golf polos do you own?
What? You know what? Good question. Because I was thinking about that the other day. Like,
yes.
Man, before golf, I did not own golf polos, but then I looked in my closet and I was like, dude, you have racked up some polos the last 2 years.
More or less than 25?
Yeah, 40.
Okay.
40.
That's good.
Right now that we're on a rotation, we're probably like using 25 of them.
Those are kind of like, that's kind of like workout clothes though too, right?
Exactly. So like sometimes you just, you beat
workout
them
for
up on the
golf.
course.
That's what I mean. Yeah.
You
When I
kinda
walk up to the gym,
can't wear them
bench
as
pressing,
much.
you know, 200.
But you're
golf
bench
shirt.
pressing at the golf
I
course.
will say too, like, I don't know, once I open, I've put on 15 pounds, so there's some that are not just being used, but they're there.
I mean,
We're gonna get back to them in 2 months.
Signed and sold at
25
Swing
polos.
Waco.
I'd say it's par for the course.
Snap.
Buddy.
Yes.
We'll get to 365 soon.
Man,
That would be
that's really
excellent,
cool.
actually.
We'll put that on our Audacious Playground website.
Mm-hmm.
MenuTize is free right now too.
It's free right now.
So we've added some features because it's AI.
Yeah.
AI is very, accessible, and our biggest competitor is Jobber, and we've basically have given away the basic features that they start you out at $20, $30 a month, and we've given to you that for free. So
We need to, John, if you're listening, which you will be, Builder HQ. We need to figure this out with Builder HQ.
Definitely. He'll be listening in Miami with his matching tiger shirt and shorts.
Gosh,
Probably,
yes.
or his polos.
Or his golf polos.
Golf polos. Wait, real quick. You're married and you have 2 kids.
Yes.
Married and have 2 kids. And then any more pressing questions before I ask one more?
No. What's your closing question?
I like asking what are Rafi's Recs? Rafael's Recs, like any books, podcasts that have inspired you, that you love, food, music, all that thing. It's like,
Ooh, man, recommendations, I guess. It's wild.
The PGA golf course in Dallas. If you
I
play
recommend playing golf. Okay, I'll start there. If you've never
like that.
golfed, I found golf 2 years ago, and my life is now transformed around golf. So highly recommend golf. It's a sport that brings people together in a different way than that I've ever seen. Love the game. Recommend that. I recommend listening to Peter Lewis every now and then.
Yeah,
Get
shout
back
out
to
Lake
the
Highlands,
gospel. Stay on Peter.
East Dallas.
Yeah, Ben, definitely
Go
recommend
Wildcats.
Antioch music. They're doing it. They bring the spirit down. One more recommendation, really guys, help me stay grounded. Brian Zond, he's a pastor out of Missouri. Can't remember the name, but
ZOND.
DAHMD.
yeah, that's it.
See, I would not know that. Thank you for spelling that.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
Good teacher.
I'm here.
Love it.
That's it.
Rafa, it's been a pleasure.
Listen to the Holy Spirit, man.
Amen.
Live for
Listen
the Lord.
to the Holy Spirit. Listen to this podcast.
Yes.
And everybody who listens gets a free year at Swing Waco, right?
You can get a free hour.
Free hour. We don't have a lot of listeners yet.
Well,
So-
free use of menu.
MenuTize.
MenuTize for sure. And by the end of December, 2026.
Man.
Come on.
Well,
Do
that's another episode of Audacious Playground.
Okay.
That was awesome.
We'll talk to you later.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Bye.
See you later.